Okay.
Hello, everybody, and say hello to Amos.
Oh, he is
He's
now
eating himself. Don't worry.
like just over 3 months,
Yep.
16 pounds, right?
Yeah.
And
Or 17. I
that's
lost 2
weird.
pounds, and he was.
I turn
he
into
gained the 2
fingers.
pounds.
Alright.
And it's raining tonight.
And we've got one other exciting factor.
Yeah.
Where our YouTube Premium is out at the moment. We're solving that, but it won't be for this stream.
We are once again broke people.
That's Monk Way.
Yeah, so it should be solved by tonight, but not in time for the stream.
There is a chance that there will be ads throughout this stream.
So just bear with
We are
us for
not
this one.
sponsored.
Yeah, we're
We
not
got
sponsored.
StreamYard settled, and that's
Yeah,
back up and
right.
running fully.
But this is just another reason that y'all need to go and submit to the Patreon and become
Yes,
members.
please do. We haven't checked recently, so we don't know if anybody has.
But that way we can bring you the best content possible without interruption.
Everybody knows what today is. It's Woke Wednesday. So we're gonna go over some woke stuff. Like I said, there might be
Ads. And
we'll see.
if you don't have premium, then it sucks for you
It's gonna
because
be double added.
maybe double added.
Because you got it's every 10 minutes, and
Yeah.
how that works.
So just bear with us, and I might clip this in version for the regular channel. I was working on a previous episode. I had it all broken down. I put text in there. I had transitions and all this stuff, and it got deleted. So
Yeah,
that sucked. It was over an hour long, and I lost it all. I might do something like that for this one, so that you can just get rid of the ads if there are any.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Funny.
Dancing baby chicken. He's so fat. That's good.
Yep.
All right, let's see what you got, because I don't even know what you got. So.
I don't either. I just picked these out. They're the most recent, so we're gonna go and get to them.
I can't do this one.
You don't have his swing out. Can Tristan get it for you?
Yeah. Did you go get me his bedding?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let me read his book.
The bed.
Okay.
His little crate thing.
Present. Stop screen. No, present. Share screen.
He didn't hear no one.
That one. Share. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, bear with me here. I'm really working on this.
Good,
I know what I'm doing.
Look at that.
Okay, mute.
To see are real conversations I've had with major record labels over the last couple days. This is an email I got from Sony a couple days ago. Hi, hope all is well. I'm an A&R at Sony. Are you interested in having conversations with record labels at this moment? Artists, take note. This is how you respond to a record label. No. Send. This is an email I got from Rock Nation a couple days ago. Shout out Jay-Z. I gave him like 11 words, but they all mean no. Hey dude, thanks for reaching out. Big fan of the guys on Rock Nation, but I'm gonna pass. Send. This is an email I got from a distribution company not long ago. I mean, this thing just goes on and on and on and on and on. It's all BS. But they did offer me $1 million, so I wrote them a song in my response. We don't need no $1 million. Send. These record labels don't give a shit about you. They don't give a shit about what you believe in. They don't give a shit about how hard you work to get here. The only thing that they give a shit about is your numbers. Because if you got numbers, they can exploit you for dollars. This has been Communicating with Record Labels 101. I'm Tom McDonald. Check out my new song, Ghost. It's fire.
I know this is hard to hear, but it's important. The shooter who murdered my beautiful butterfly Dylan carried a highly lethal weapon into Sandy Hook Elementary. In approximately 4 minutes, he shot 154 bullets, killing 20 children and 6 educators. 5 of those bullets hit Dylan, and in an instant, my little boy was gone. And too many other families are suffering the same anguish as mine. Firearms are the leading cause of death for America's children. A lack of comprehensive school shooting prevention laws are putting our nation's children in danger of similar attacks. Every day in the U.S., 12 children die from gun violence. Many of them are shot in places where they should be safest, like their classrooms and school playgrounds. It's long past time for Congress to take action to stop these tragedies. So please sign our petition now to ramp up the pressure on Congress to finally take action to stop school shootings before more lives are already senselessly taken. Thank you.
One of the great challenges in this world is knowing enough about a subject to think you're right, but not enough about the subject.
Tom McDonald discusses the focus on inclusion over eligibility in hiring practices, sparking a debate on true equality.
My generation got our driver's license at 14, had a job at 16, and moved out at 17. Your generation is still trying to define what a woman is and living in your parents' basement until you're 35. My generation grew up on uncensored everything. Your generation censors everything. My generation shot guns, rode dirt bikes, and went camping for fun. Your generation stares at your phone all day and dances on the internet in your sister's underwear. My generation knew how to make decisions, important ones. Your generation can't even decide which bathroom to use. My generation wants the truth and the facts, no matter how uncomfortable they are. Your generation is so offended that the truth and the facts don't support whatever outlandish bull is floating around in your imagination that you've started labeling everything that you don't agree with as misinformation. My generation has 2 genders. Your generation has 89,347 and counting. My generation judges people on whether or not they're an asshole. Your generation judges people on race, weight, religion, gender, financial standing, something that they tweeted 20 years ago in grade 8 when they were drunk for the first time. Your generation cancels everything you don't agree with. My generation doesn't give a about the things we don't agree with. Beat it, loser. My generation fights for the right to party. Your generation doesn't fight, doesn't like having rights, and doesn't like to party. What the is wrong with you guys? My generation is going to be able to handle the new music video that I'm dropping on Friday. Your generation is going to have a fucking meltdown.
Tom McDonald addresses Gen Z controversies with straightforward facts.
The beef between the urban community and police officers, when in all reality, Memorial Weekend, 60 some odd people got shot just on a Friday and Saturday. 60 some odd people in one city, Chicago. One city, 60 some odd people shot, 9 to 12 dead. Don't quote me on the number, but 9 to 12 dead. Black on black crime. So one cop shoots a black person. Let's march. Let's protest. Let's promote our mixtapes on TV. Let's do all that. You know what I mean? Because that's what they're doing. I feel like if you're not gonna really talk about the main topic, don't talk about it at all. We have to do something first, and it's within us internally. Like we can't blame the police officers. That kind of shit is inevitable, man. A police officer is gonna see somebody sometimes, so I don't justify cops just killing kids. That's so messed up, man, because there are guilty cops out there. There are cops who, they take advantage with their authority, but that's been going on. That's nothing new. Why now? Why are we glorifying it now? Why are we making a big spectrum out of it now? What are we really hiding? And if we're gonna talk about that, let's talk about the black people killing black people. So if nobody wants to talk about that, neither do I.
ASAP. Rocky shares lesser-known facts about the BLM movement, offering a new perspective.
We're talking about Ferguson. Right. Celebrities, politicians, activists, whatever. How do you fix Ferguson is the question. Right? And we fix Ferguson in this. I gotta get to my car, man. So, yeah. We fix Ferguson in the same way we fix Afghanistan, Gaza, Palestine, Chicago, and that is to stop. We have to stop and be open to the possibility that we have been brainwashed on every single level of our lives. Brainwashed with conditioned thoughts that we have fought over, died over, killed over, gotten angry, sad, and depressed over. Okay. We're so loyal to these thoughts, right? Right. But we got to question them because they were created by the culture that we were born in. Look at that word, culture that we were born in, right? Okay. All right. This culture taught us that race was real, and we believed it. It taught us that war and violence creates peace, and we believed it. It taught us that love was weakness, and we believed it. We ate it up, right? But open any history book, right? Any history book, and you'll notice a trend. Generation after fucking generation, the same story over and over again. We've tried everything from politics to protests to rallies to riots to marches. None of it works. Right. These things create short-term results, not lasting solutions. And just because our parents or grandparents believe something or did something doesn't mean that we have to continue that cycle, man.
Rapper Hobson reflects on how perceptions of racism impact society. Thoughts, anyone?
But I asked you what the racial breakdown was of your audience. Do you remember this? You told me the only black face you could see in the whole audience was your makeup artist. I believe that's what you said. She was in the front row, right? A lot of white kids love rap.
Yes.
Explain that. What does that say to you? What's the message of it? What's the bigger picture of it?
I don't want to be bad.
Yes.
Hello, ladies and Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about this. I just got some stuff that will get rid of the ads. So if you give me a minute, I'm gonna put music on for a second. We're gonna get this taken care of so that we're not dealing with ads anymore. So just give me 1 second.
Okay.
How do I?
Okay, so what we'll do is you Annoying, huh?
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's good. Sorry, but it was the wrong email. I thought it was for something else. But we still don't have it, so we're gonna get back to the videos here in a second.
You need to get rid of the music and stuff. Yeah. And then get rid of the banner.
I changed it.
You did no, you got rid of the
I
wrong
see.
banner.
I see what I did wrong. There we go. There we
There
go.
you go.
Still learning this program, guys. Give me
It's good though.
time here. Alright, this one here. Add to stage. We're back with that. Alright, sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do it. Let me mute myself.
Bashed because I don't sound like I'm on the wrong, if there is a side, but I thought that was clearly a message that there was no such thing as race. That's what I thought that was.
Okay.
But that was a perfect example. When I look out and I come up off the stage, when I'm coming out the bottom of the stage of my show, when I'm on tour, and I'm in my stance or whatever, and I open my eyes and I see everybody. I don't see I don't have this type of crowd or that type of crowd. My crowd has always been everybody, thank God.
Lil Wayne's perfect response to a wokey anchor on race baiting. Simplicity wins.
Wake up, Mr. West, wake up, culture. Wake up. Everybody think they so woke, but they following the rules of what woke's supposed to be. Hip hop ain't never been about following rules. It's been about doing what you feel. I'm gonna take the Louis, I'm gonna throw it like this. I'm gonna do it with the polo, I'm gonna do it like this. Even like the way I talk. Hold on, let me use my African American voice. Let me use my Disney approved voice. You know what I'm saying? We're not even speaking in our own language, bro. Like, we talk louder than this. Africans talk loud. Italian moms talk loud. We talk louder, but we speak in our corporate voice. Our we don't want to ruin the deal voice.
Kanye West expresses his exhaustion with the expectations of woke hip-hop culture.
What was your reaction when you saw people saying that this had racist undertones and, you know, it was like a call to arms, you know, it was like a call to arms in small towns. It was a threatening kind of video for Black people. I mean, people were putting this on like
But there was
TikTok.
people of all color doing stuff in the video. That's what I don't understand. I don't know. I feel like the narrative really got switched over and became, you know, more of a racial type thing. That's like, if that's what you got out of the song and the video, I mean, I almost kind of feel like that's on you because that wasn't iron.
Jason Aldean confronts a CBS reporter's claim about his song, discussing small-town narratives and racism accusations.
What's your thought on Black Lives Matter?
What is it? What do you mean?
The idea is that there's this movement called Black Lives Matter, thinking that the rest of America didn't seem to understand that Black Lives Matter.
It just sounds weird. I don't know that you put a name on. It's not a name. It's not whatever. It's somebody got shot by police for a reason. I am a young, Black, rich.
Hey, would you like to be more accurate with your gun? I bet you would. And that's why you should get this right here. This little laser bullet is worth as much as all of the ammo that you see inside of this box. How does that happen? Well, the laser strike training system.
If that don't let you know that America understands Black matter these days, I don't know what it is. Don't come at me with that dumb man. My life matters, especially to my.
Lil Wayne responds to a question about BLM with, "What is it?" sparking a conversation on awareness.
I don't know. I just thought that was weird shit. And I'm not no Black Lives Matter supporter. Like,
You're not?
No, absolutely.
Why not?
Because it's not our movement. This is a movement that was given to us by, you know, George Soros and his boys. Because they saw how things were going and they didn't want it to go back to the 60s to where we start having our own organic movements. That was a big problem for them. So let's give the people a movement that we can control. We'll provide them the leaders and all of this type of shit. And yeah, that's what Black Lives Matter is. Look at the leaders of Black Lives Matter.
Are there leaders of Black Lives Matter?
Yeah.
Who?
Look at these lesbian women who are trying to incorporate, you know, LG, whatever the letters are, incorporate their concerns into.
Lord Jamar discusses the true drivers behind the BLM movement. Let's get to the bottom of this.
Music is quite crude about women and sometimes insulting. So do you think that your music isolates women and prevents us from listening to your music compared to men?
At times.
At times? And do you think that's okay?
Yeah, because I do it to men too.
You do it too?
It isolates men too. I don't discriminate.
isolates men?
Yeah, at times. How many songs you hear? I don't with you niggas. I don't fuck with it. It's the same thing. You dudes, It's just that we diss men all the time. I don't think it's a point of. You really want to talk about the Rita thing? Is that what this is about or something?
Sorry?
Or is this about is this like a woman, justice thing about Rita or something like that? Is that what this is?
No, I don't listen to Rita Ora.
What do you want to battle me right now or something? Like you just like wild aggressive.
Should I still listen to it if I don't agree with what they're saying?
Well, that's a question only you can answer. It's all about
What do
your
you
preference.
think? That's my question.
I would definitely highly recommend you listen to my music. I only speak about my experiences. At the end of the day, I'm not here to talk about the difference between bitches and women. I don't,
So
both.
am I a bitch or a woman?
I don't know you well enough to tell.
ASAP Rocky calmly debunks myths with a woke feminist. His answers might surprise you.
You absolutely exploded on social media, identifying as a woman, doing a deadlift. Tell me about that.
So I just took this video and I just put a tweet out saying, I keep hearing about how biological men have no strength advantage over women in 2019. So watch me destroy the British women's deadlift record without trying. P.S. I identified as a woman whilst lifting the weight. Don't be a bigot. And I just put that out there. I had 18,000 followers at the time. And I just put it out there thinking, this will get a few laughs. And then within a few minutes, I was like, I don't know what I've done, but something is happening here because the numbers, within 10 minutes, I had 10,000 views. By evening, it was at 300,000 views. I wake up the following day, 500,000. And it just keeps going and going and going. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is insane.
Zuby humorously critiques gender identity debates, lightening up a heavy topic.
An important and true concept upon which white people should reflect, or is it a myth?
No, it's not a useful concept in my personal opinion. I don't think it's accurate. I think it's an extraordinarily low resolution view on the reality of the world and on individuals. And I don't think that it's helpful. I don't think that it's accurate, and I don't think that it's helpful. It's extraordinarily divisive. I would argue that the concept in itself is racist, and some people may not like me saying that. But yeah, I don't think I wouldn't use the term myth, because I think we can all acknowledge that depending on who we are and all of our attributes, that we all have all sorts of advantages and disadvantages in society in various different ways. But I think to just reduce it to the concept of white privilege, especially if you're not going to talk about all of the other types of privileges that exist out there, then I think you're doing a massive disservice. And I think that this is primarily being used as a weapon rather than as something that's actually going to bring people together and help people.
Zuby swiftly challenges the concept of white privilege. Tune in for a quick, impactful talk.
I'll give you this. You can willingly turn woman and have a bag, or you can do what I'm doing. You can willingly turn trans, or you can get in trouble and go to jail and get up, and they do it to you forcefully because you up and you didn't know what to do with your blessing. So out of those two ways, me sitting here in one piece is not easy. It's not easy at all. You have to be respectful. Like, can't be just like, oh yeah, you think I'm sitting here playing with people's lives and these wives and bro and kids. Yeah, what they did to me was up. So I have the right to say whatever I want to say because they never thought I'd be able to say it. Okay. But when it comes down to just this industry and how people are willingly turning trans, turning female rapper just to get the bag, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I will tell you.
Orlando Brown sheds light on the darker sides of the music industry.
Now, you are a Caucasian rapper. You are a white rapper.
Yeah. Is he?
Yeah.
Are you white?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah.
You could be Puerto Rican, transracial. We don't know.
Transracial?
Yeah.
What's that mean?
You know what transracial is?
No.
Never heard of Rachel Dolezal?
Oh, yeah. I've seen that. That's wild.
White guy who identifies as black. It could be you. Maybe.
I identify with people.
Good answer.
Is it difficult to be a quote unquote white rapper?
I don't think it's difficult. I think everybody has their opinion on white rappers or whatever, being, against the norm, you know what I mean? But I feel like it's not difficult for me because I just make the music that I like, and I don't even classify myself to be a rapper. I classify myself to be more of an artist, because I'm not just rapping. Like, on a new album I play guitar and I do rock stuff, and it's different.
Post Malone stays cool under pressure when faced with race-baiting questions on a podcast.
Like Steve.
Why do you talk so much about money nowadays, man? I used to look at you as like a real revolutionary. You know, real revolutionaries didn't need money to change the world. Malcolm X wasn't rich. Martin Luther King Jr. wasn't rich. Like, I don't understand why everything is so much about money and stuff to you now.
Because you need product. You need to own something to have a voice at this point. Because I'm telling you,
You already got it. You don't need to own something to have a voice. Yeah, you had a voice when you got on stage and you said George Bush don't care about black people. You was using your voice. You don't need money to have a voice.
I could use my voice, but what happened if y'all don't buy no other albums? Then that voice, people gonna say, oh, he like Arsenio Hall, and he.
Okay, so what is he saying? Because I can't really hear from here.
He's just talking about how he needs product. He needs his voice, and he needs to be, because he values, like, if I don't sell my record, then I'm nothing. And if
I thought this was supposed to be about rappers talking out against wokeness.
some of it was, the last one was, and then they went into this about how this guy is all about money.
Okay, like with Kanye, it's like I have a really hard time taking him seriously on anything because he said that he's like a follower of Jesus and all of this stuff. And then within the same exact interview, went on to talk about how he wanted to start his own version of Pornhub.
Yeah, exactly.
And then he has like this woman that he carts around with him, and he goes around with this scowl all the time. And she shows up at the Grammys like completely naked, just like nude.
Yeah.
I think that there was like some nude colored clothing or something. I don't know, because every time I've seen the woman, everything's been blacked out. And he's sitting there talking about how he has dominion over this woman and stuff. And if it's not that, they're both out seen wearing the stupidest, weirdest things that I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And it's like, to me, that screams of woke pandering as well, because it's just like,
Yeah, it
oh,
is.
I got to express myself, and this is artistry, and it's like, it's just not. It's just not.
No.
It's like, I'm all for artistic expression and everything, but it's like underlying just evil control games. I don't know what's up with
Yeah.
that. I do not like Kanye in any
No.
capacity. I just don't.
No, but this guy here, I mean, there's so many of them. It's all about the money. It's
Yeah.
all about making that money. And well, if I don't sell the record, I'm not gonna make more money.
Yeah, but that's not
My voice
necessarily
won't get
true.
out there.
That's not necessarily
Yeah.
true either. I mean, like, if you're doing it for the right reasons, you're going to find the right platform
right people.
at the right time. Like,
Yes.
like everybody always says, the few people that we know, they say that your show is like super underrated. It's like it should be being heard by the masses. That might be true, but when it's supposed to happen, it will happen.
Yep.
And I'd rather have quality over quantity.
And we'll be here until.
Yeah, and everything that we've said so far has already been recorded, and it's there sitting there waiting for the right people to hear it.
Exactly.
So it's like it doesn't necessarily like I'm pushing more for his channel to be monetized, because I want him as a young man to make some money and make a step up in the world. But as for us, it's just kind of like we grow organically, and as it comes, it comes. It's like one of the very first biblical lessons I ever remember learning about was about false idols. And
Yes.
I remember it was this little, I mean, I was only probably about 3 years old. But I can remember like these, like things coming out of the ground. It was like an animated thing, and people were worshiping in like little statues and stuff. And I'm like, Mom, what are they saying? And she's like, well, really what it comes down to is like, think about celebrities and, like how people worship, like in this case, like rappers or pop artists or movie stars or whatever. It's like, those are like the false idols. They look to them for some sort of guidance.
Exactly.
And they're nobody. You know, they're not spiritual leaders. They're not, you know, like religious leaders. They're not presidents. They're not any of that sort of thing. They're just celebrities.
Yes.
And they are driven by the almighty dollar and everything. And so it's like, it's really hard for me to take anything that they say seriously.
It's very sad to see.
It's like, I've lost so much respect for so many of our childhood, like, actors, you know, it's like.
Another good example is Will Smith.
Will Smith is, yeah, like, I thought he was like the epitome of masculinity. He was goofy enough, but he just seemed like he had all this stuff together and he was super cool. And then to see what he did and
I mean, he was already going downhill from there. Like, he wasn't showing much. He was kind of showing the fans that he was more with this woman that he shouldn't be with.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
like, no control.
You already knew there was something going on there.
No control over the household.
And then all of a sudden, he snaps on television.
In front of everybody.
In front of everybody does that.
Total lack of restraint. Total lack of masculinity and everything. And it's like, he thought that was funny. Until he looks over and sees her. And it reminds me of that scene from Lord of the Rings where the guy's all happy about the fireworks. And then he looks over and his wife is scowling and he's like, oh God, you know.
Yep.
And look, like, his daughter, his gorgeous daughter, doesn't even want to have a regular relationship with anybody. She's 19 years old and she wants to be in a polyamorous relationship with another girl.
Exactly.
And then the son has gone through, like, his weight is like really bad. Like, he looks like emaciated. He's had really bad skin.
Yes.
So, and then he shows up to the latest award show, same kind of thing, with a fucking castle on his head.
Oh, I know, I saw that.
What is that even supposed to represent?
I don't know.
It's given me Shia like vibes. Do you remember when Shia went crazy and he sat there and he put a paper bag on his head and said, "I'm not famous anymore," and told people to draw on him and stuff? It's like, dude, you're cracked. You know, it's like,
I mean, it's ridiculous.
But so these are the people we're supposed to, like, I mean, listen to and take advice from. I don't even care if what they're saying is good and true. Like, I just don't, because it's like, that's false idols. And it's like, unless their platform is exclusively that, like, Tom McDonald seems to be kind of exclusively like political. That's how it kind of started and stuff. So it's like, there's a little bit you can listen to there, but still, it's a celebrity.
Yeah.
It's not a religious leader.
No.
You know, so.
And I mean, we were talking about when the mic was muted, we were talking about Tom McDonald. And, you know, I've learned of him through quite a couple of people, and I've listened to more of his stuff. I mean, he is a really good role model as far as it goes for a lot of people.
Right. It's better than.
He's better than a lot of them out there.
Right.
You know, he's self-made. He did not go with any record labels.
Right, like we were saying, it's like, I say no. I just said no, you know, and in the living word just said
no.
That I like that. That's a good thing. That's a good thing to portray to people. So you can make it on your own, and you can spread the message that you want to spread.
You could make it through YouTube. That's how he did it.
Exactly. When I was
he made it through YouTube, and that's how he got famous.
When I was much younger, about 15 or so, I started a band with my friends and stuff, and I wanted to talk about environment and, you know, like, kind of like folk music through, like, about like wolves, and then I kind of incorporate a little bit of like Native American stories and stuff.
Yeah.
And my friend all of a sudden one day, she's like, it's not gonna sell. She's like, we're not gonna make it. She's like, that's not what the people want. And I'm like, I'm not here to give the people what they want. I'm here to say what I want to say.
And you will find your path that way.
Right, exactly. You know,
that's just it.
And
but a lot of people, they want to give to the people, and that's it. But that's not what it's about.
Right, and it's,
you will do better if you have a purpose.
Right, and then it's an unending well of stuff. Because if you're doing it, like, YouTubers do this a lot too. A lot of gaming YouTubers and stuff. They try to do it like is trending, what the people want. It runs out. You know, like, he has a friend that shot up to 1,000 subscribers doing this, but then couldn't keep the consistency because he ran out of either time or imagination or whatever.
Exactly.
And now I've just watched it. He's lost like 300 subscribers just like that. You know, like, that's so sad to see. But it's like, if you're doing something from the heart, you'd have an endless well of inspiration.
Yep.
You know, and it's like, he's got over 1,600 videos.
And he's now got, 3,400 subscribers.
Yeah. And it's like, it's taking time to build it, but he's staying true to what, he's finding his niche, he's staying true to what he knows, and he's got a never-ending supply of
Well, and
content.
it's getting easier and easier on him.
Yeah.
Because he was like, it took him a long time to get up to 1,000.
Yeah.
And then a little bit less to 2,000. Now he's almost at 4,000.
Yeah, right. And, from what I understand, it's,
just as easier.
And I was reading one of Ty Rivera's things the other day, and he says that, if somebody writes to him, he'll always respond with, "And I love you," because he said, as cheesy as it sounds, he does, because for years and years and years, nobody was watching, nobody was listening. And then now to go from that to this, it's like amazing. And it's like, see, so if you have something that's from the heart, on a principle that you believe in, and you stick to it, it will pay off for you.
Yep, the best LGBTQ
comedian in the world. So yeah, shout out to him because he was pretty awesome.
Yeah, I talked to him a couple of times. He responded.
Yeah, he did. That was crazy. You know, I mean, I love that. But when it comes to the idea of celebrities, it's like I can't take it seriously because it's kind of like Zoolander. They say that it's Greek from misshapen ball of clay. They're just made to be formed by the public's opinion.
Exactly.
And they don't have anything of value to really bring to the table. And they're just a pretty face, so it's like, and they're being paid to say pretty words. It's like, what is that? Twit that recently, Selena Gomez.
Oh, I know.
Crying.
That whole thing is ridiculous.
Well, she has the money and the influence to actually help people. She could set up a whole program to help people get into the country legally.
Yeah.
Does she?
Or if she wants to fork out the money for these people to stay at a hotel.
Exactly.
A luxury hotel.
She can do that. She can absolutely do that. But if she's just gonna cry, I'm sorry. What are you sorry for?
She's sorry that she did not necessarily can't do anything, but yet she got her hands tied.
She's pandering.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's just pandering. And like I said, so I can't take celebrities seriously. I don't.
No.
Like I said, unless their platform happens to be exclusively political commentary or whatever, I don't care.
Exactly.
It's like Cher, forget it. Stevie, forget it. It's like you're not thinking of everybody. You're thinking of your small selection of fan base, and what and that's just
wrong.
That's wrong. I'm like, I don't want to get started on that, but yeah. So it's like I said, it's just really hard for me to. I mean, it's like, why are we listening to these guys?
Yes.
Like, who cares about what they have to say? They're just people too.
Exactly.
I don't know. Go ahead. Yeah.
He was turning up too much, and now you fired. But when you got money, can't nobody fire you.
Kanye West gives a poignant reply to a podcast post questioning his focus on finance over racial issues.
And he designed some boxer briefs that both men and women and non-binary people of all gender appropriations and the pronouns, everyone is included. I didn't want this to be boxers are for men type situation, and then we have to make a female version.
Rihanna navigates the tricky waters of public opinion without getting canceled. How does she do it?
The wave of wokeism that's hit this country, and especially the entertainment business, that made its way to Nashville. So these artists are sitting there and they're being told by their publicists, their managers, the heads of their record labels, hey, we know that you think these things about America, that you're against kind of all this woke stuff that we do. They don't call themselves woke, of course. But we know you're not really for that. But hey, don't even think about putting out a post that pushes against that. Don't you say XYZ on your microphone on your stage. No, you cannot record that song because it says this. And they just completely control these artists. And the artist only has two choices at that point. Do they want to go have a career? It's been their dream. Do they play the game, go forward, and just don't step on these landmines? Or do they go out and hit the tripwires and light the place up and lose their record deal and not get invited to the awards show and radio won't play them and so forth, but basically erase their career? That's what they're faced with. Is there freedom in art in Nashville, like total freedom? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It's sad. To make authentic art, whatever that is, whether it's music, films, whatever,
John Rich reflects on how shifts in cultural attitudes have impacted country music.
At the age of 12 years old, I shot myself. I was in the house. Police knocked on the door. I was right there. They knocked the door down. Everybody jumped over my body to go get the guns and drugs and whatever they could find. It took one guy to stop right there and cuss everybody that hopped over me out. Like, what the f are y'all doing? They said, oh, no, we was going to see if it, what the f are y'all doing? We called the ambulance. A fucking ambulance? Do you not see this kid on the floor with this hole in his chest? Say, you drive. Pick me up. Brought me to the hospital. He didn't drop me off at the ambulance and say, you take him. He brought me to the hospital room and made two and stood there and waited till the doctor said he's gonna make it. He said, don't worry, my name's Uncle Bob. He was white as snow. The motherfucker that hopped over me was blacker than me.
Was he a cop?
Yeah, he was a cop, and my life was saved by a white man. I don't know what racism is. I know a good motherfucker named Uncle Bob, though.
Lil Wayne shares personal experiences that challenge the prevailing narrative on racism.
You're equally well known for being a political activist on top of your music, and you were a campaign surrogate for Bernie Sanders. You campaigned for your home state Democratic senators Raphael Warnock and John Ossoff.
Yep.
Yeah, and you got some attention recently for being somewhat critical of President Biden, saying you weren't ready to endorse him yet. What's your holdup there?
What's my hope? Well, first of all, I think everyone should focus on hyper-local. We get caught up in the soap opera of federal elections, and that's fine. But if you are concerned with the federal election, you don't know who your city council or your wardsman is, you don't know who your mayor is, and you don't have a good list of state representatives or governor, then you're just a part of whoever wins the Super Bowl or fanfare. So my most important election is going to be in about 1.5 years for who's my mayor going to be. I think that Andre Dickens is doing a great job around housing in Atlanta, and I don't want that to be lost. Even though we have a Republican governor, Brian Kemp, I have a good relationship with him. I like what he's done in terms of Georgia business. We've been leading business amongst all states for the last 10 years, and he brought back the Hope Scholarship and expanded it. So if you're a kid in Georgia, you're poor, you got to be average, you can go to college for free or trade school. So in my community, girls are going to college, but boys don't have anywhere to go, and they're not choosing to. In my community, I have a push for trades. That's why I support organizations like Georgia Youth Build. I support organizations like Next Level Boys Academy, because they usher out boys. I need my daughters to be able to marry somebody.
Right.
So, and even in that case, I have said, okay, this governor's doing a good job. In terms of nationally, I'm just kind of doing what my grandfather said, staying out of white folks' business and watching what happens. You know, I'm going to see what happens if there's a candidate that...
Killer Mike responds thoughtfully to a commentator advocating for Biden, adding depth to the political discourse.
It brings us back to haters.
Yeah.
They can get inspiration from people. You get juice.
Yo, shouts out to that lady who's Emmy nominated that hates me. God bless, God bless your soul, woman. I had never thought about winning an Emmy in my life, but because you hated on me when I got, and she hates me for the most ridiculous reason. God bless her soul. She hates me just because I'm not a Democrat, the do boy. You know what I mean? Like I've had Democrats I like and I push for them, especially locally. But I'm sorry, lady, I can't be a do boy. And God bless me to f around and get rich. I don't take money from any politicians or political parties. So if you see me stand next to someone, it's because I really believe. And if they don't convince me to believe, I'm not going to stand next to them, right? She wanted me to stand next to somebody. I'm like, sorry, lady, I've had some conversations with her. I've tried my best, but I'm not hating, but it's just ain't my thing. But this chick.
On Joe Rogan's podcast, Killer Mike shares an encounter with a left-leaning woman pushing for Democratic votes. His response is a must-hear.
Pleasure to meet you, man. Looking at all your cases and everything you've been through, and I know the recent one right now was very, very sensitive. And with respect to, everybody involved in that case, we can't get into details today. But, we take all here serious, and we can't, get into details, but we hope, to have you back topic. And we're hearing these stories a lot.
I believe this is going to change your life. Yep, that simple circle is a cell. Look,
One thing we were talking about on the show today that for some reason I just have a hunch that you would care about is
the idea that landing on the moon was a conspiracy. Kodak, do you believe that our moon landing in 1969 actually took place?
What y'all talking about?
You seem upset that I brought it up.
I feel like sometimes when niggas like be going through shit, like y'all be entertained by bullshit. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like change the subject. I'm finna walk out.
We'll change which subject?
Just whatever. Like,
Well, no, they tried to change the subject. They was talking about the moon landing.
That's bullshit too. So talk about something else.
Well, I was saying, I think
we don't have to talk about nothing else. We could be done right here.
All right, I'm going. Say less.
Well, that's a bummer. I don't know.
Kodak Black walks out of a podcast after questions turn too personal and nonsensical.
Most people still know you from your smash hit in the club. Can you tell me the story about that hit?
What song is that?
Like, you see me in the club is full of balls. Isn't that how it goes?
That's not me.
Isn't it you? Oh, that's embarrassing. Okay, I just think we should move on.
Yeah, totally.
You're originally from Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
How was it growing up in Canada?
You act like a dumbass again.
Dumbass?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just because, you know, Pittsburgh, they have this hockey team that you like. Now, I thought ice hockey was in Canada. Moving on.
You're not the sharpest tool in the shed, are you?
No.
You just wear a suit just to look like you know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But you don't know shit.
We kind of have the same style.
No, because I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but you know.
Cut this dude off, man. It's over. Interview's over.
I also really have to go now.
You do have to go now.
But it was, you know.
Bye.
Wiz Khalifa sets the record straight when a reporter tries to be humorous at his expense.
Pronouns are words that we use in place of nouns to make sentences less repetitive.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Sancho. Good to see you. Sorry that you have to deal with more commercials and stuff, but our premium's out at the moment. Hopefully we'll get it fixed. But we're going on right now to Believe This Clown World that I have next. And then we have a long Saber Sam that we're probably going to end with, because I think that'll be about all the time we have. So, you just missed all about rappers, Centro.
I didn't know half of them.
No. I don't want to, it was like so stupid anyway. Alright.
And they include words like I, you, we, she, he, they. All of those are pronouns. With regard to trans inclusion, we're usually talking about the third person pronouns, he, she, they, and so on, because in English they're gendered. And being called a pronoun that doesn't align with your gender identity can feel very disconcerting. It can make someone feel unseen. And in some cases, if I've already told you what pronouns I want to be called and then you use the wrong one anyway, that's a boundary violation. If I've said this is how I feel okay being treated and you can't do that, then it's not just that I don't trust you to understand my gender, I don't trust you to respect my boundaries. When we're asking someone's pronoun, one of the reasons that's uncomfortable for some people is it feels like a personal question. It's not actually such a personal question. It's not the same as asking, are you a man or a woman, or what kind of man or woman, or what kind of non-binary, or any of that. It's just simply asking, how should I refer to you in this context?
I am the bearded lady, but are you one of the freaks?
Now, since I don't want anyone to accuse me of a boundary violation, I will just avoid people like that bearded individual we just heard from in the first clip whenever and wherever possible. Anyway, welcome back. Thank you guys so much for joining me. So I have a very quick and very crazy Clown World update for you guys today. And as usual, we have, well, very little time to waste. So let's get into it. Now, if you place your attention on the screen for a moment. Now, some of you may recall a video I did last week where I talked about this female rapper, Stank DeMoss. Excuse me, Dank DeMoss. Now, Dank DeMoss is currently suing the rideshare company Lyft because one of its drivers refused her a ride, saying she wouldn't be able to fit in his car. Well, Dank DeMoss recently appeared on the radio show The Breakfast Club, where she said that the world needs to be more accommodating for plus-size people like herself. The self-entitlement is off the charts.
Once you try a comfort hoodie, you can't go back to regular hoodies. They're slightly weighted, super oversized. It's that perfect fit.
That's huge.
Okay.
I couldn't hear what this was about. You're gonna have to try to read that to me because I can't really hear from here.
Yeah, it was just he was just getting his introduction in there. It hasn't said.
I know, no, it did. It said something because he said something about this person setting up a platform for other plus size people or whatever.
Okay, well, it's gonna go into it deeper here.
But it might be the lady that recently sued an Uber driver or a Lyft driver, whatever it was.
I'm not sure.
They refused. I think that it was a rapper as well. They refused to give her a ride because it was like gonna be really hard to switch in the tires and stuff.
Yeah, and they're like, you're not gonna fit, and she's like, oh, I'll fit.
And she did, and she went on later on to show. They're like, she shows herself cramming herself into another car and like squeezing the door shut, everything. They're like arguing there. She's like, yeah, I'm fully in here, and trying to prove that she could fit in a car and everything. And she's like literally suing the guy because he refused her service.
Yeah.
And it's beyond ridiculous.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Sandra, to let you know, this one here is like 10 minutes long. I think it's Road, I said, right?
Yes. Mike versus everyone. Yeah.
And then the next one that I have is a 40-minute one. So that's about how long you have left. So you got plenty of time.
So with our talking points and stuff, we got
we're
good.
hour.
Yeah.
Now, recently, President Trump signed an executive order saying that trans women or biological men are no longer allowed in women's prisons. Well, we're going to keep it moving with this young lady who is actually happy that a judge blocked that executive order. Now, this was quite a roller coaster ride, and it's about a minute and a half long, so hold on tight. Roll it.
Attention, all MAGA cult leaders. Guess what? I have some great news for you that you guys ain't gonna like. Judge blocks an order to send trans women to men's prisons. Guess what that means? That means transgenders got their rights back and they can be whoever the they want to be, because guess what? You cannot tell people how to run their lives, and you can't tell people how to be who they want to be, because guess what? At the end of the day, love is love, and if you don't like it, tough shit, then maybe you should go move to New Mexico, or you should go move to Scotland or something if you don't like trans people here, because at the end of the day, everybody deserves love, everybody deserves peace, love, kindness. So guess what? It's working. Keep speaking up, my fellow Americans, and guess what? We're winning this fight, because at the end of the day, we're not going to allow MAGA to fucking win this, because at the end of the day, they're hateful, they're racist, they're sexist, and all they care about is their damn selves. And at the end of the day, all they want is a white nationalist country in this world. So guess what? My Democratic sisters, good job. We're fighting. Keep fighting, because at the end of the day, we're going to keep fighting. And this is a positive note, a positive step in the right direction. And I am happy. I'm so freaking happy today. Living in Trump's freaking administration, for some odd reason today, I am so freaking happy, and I'm proud to be freaking happy, because at the end of the day, this shit that Trump is doing is absolutely wrong. So at the end of the day, I'm happy we're getting our rights back.
She's fit for a straitjacket. This broad's 3 ways towards the weekend.
Did that young lady really just say?
He said that he thinks it's glitchy on our end, but it seems as it's fine. The stream health is fine.
It kind of sounds glitchy on the audio.
Does it?
When you were just talking. Watch, listen. Okay. It echoes, but I don't know if it's just because it's.
Well, there's an echo because you have it on over there.
I don't know. I don't know why it would be doing that.
Let's.
But no, that woman was just going on about how we're not gonna let the MAGA people win, and trans people have every right to be here.
Yeah, but like, there's a safety issue.
Yeah.
You know, when it comes to like having a
And-
trans man in jail.
Well, it's not even just that. It's the fact of them being covered for surgeries
Oh my god.
when they're supposed to be in prison. They did something to deserve to go to prison.
Right. Also,
You should not have any of that covered.
also in the military, remember we found out that no trans person is like available to be deployed. They can't be deployed. They can't go into
Nope, they
combat,
can't.
right? And their surgeries and their medicines and stuff are completely 100% covered by the military.
Which they're not doing anything in the military anyway.
Yeah. So they get to go and
So they just get a free
fit
ride,
and-
go home,
Exactly.
sit on the couch, eat their ice cream.
Oh, not anymore.
Nope. Yeah, sorry for that, Central. I don't know what's going on with it. Like I said, it doesn't help when I listen to it through this thing.
And it's raining here too, so I don't know if that's.
Yeah, it could just be that.
It says that the stream health is okay, but I don't know. Hopefully it's not too bad. I really hope it's not too bad.
Yeah. And like I said, it's also we're having issues with premium. I was in town and I couldn't get it paid. I didn't realize about paying it today. Otherwise, I would have done that. But we're trying to get that fixed so that Friday we will have. So Friday we will have it all settled.
Yeah.
Be back to normal.
Yeah. Bear with us.
Yeah, bear with us. Let me mute.
That if you don't like it, you should move to New Mexico or Scotland? I don't think the elevator's going all the way up to the top floor with that last one. Anyway, next up. So, we all know a lot of tragedies have taken place on planet Earth throughout time, but according to this lady, the worst thing ever is Trump being elected. Roll it.
Electing this man is the worst thing that has ever happened on the face of this earth.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
Now, it is no longer just TDS or Trump derangement syndrome that we are seeing these days from these Democrats and liberal types. Now we are seeing EDS or Elon derangement syndrome. Roll it.
Where am I? Well, I'm in a car with a panoramic roof. I'm in my Tesla Model X, the one I've had for 4 years. Yesterday, I bought an American electric vehicle. I'm pretty happy with the Model X, but I'll be damned if I'll be promoting Elon Muskrat in any way. I checked out every car manufacturer now makes an electric vehicle, so I had several weeks of test driving and doing stuff, and I ended up buying an all-American car. Not necessarily because it was all-American, but because it checked all the boxes I was looking for. So I just wanted on the record that I'm selling my Tesla Model X because Elon Musk is connected with the company. And I'm not a damn idiot. He's taking down our country. This South African interloper is taking down our country, and I don't want to put one more dollar into his pocket. He's got something like $400 billion. He doesn't need any more dollars from me. I hope you Tesla owners who are out there think about doing the same.
Go f yourself. But go f yourself. Is that clear?
Hey, have you seen this new belt? It's made with magnets, and it's called a groove belt. You thought I was going to say ring, didn't you? Hey, guys, Peter Goodwin.
Next up, we have.
Okay, the last guy. He was going on and on about he went and drove cars, you know, like a couple of months trying to find the right car, and he went to an all-American car, and he was like, "Oh, and by the way, he's like, I'm selling my Model X Tesla, you know, if you want to buy it." He was like, "Because you know Elon owns the company, and I will not put one more dollar in his pocket. That that South African interloper is taking over our country."
Oh shoot!
So yeah.
I thought that they were all for like people from other countries and stuff, though.
Yeah. But it was this old guy, like old, like you know, you would think it would be a Trump supporter.
You never know. I mean, like I was really surprised with some of the people around here, like they don't like Elon at all, you know, and I was like, well,
I think he's doing great.
yeah. I mean, the Doge program.
Yeah.
The Doge. I mean, all the really stupid things that they found.
Yes.
Like, I mean, what spinning kittens to study motion
But,
sickness.
but again, like I said, what are those? But we are going to find out here. What does not get taken away
Yeah.
is connected with the alien program.
Right.
And some of them are.
Yeah.
Because they have to get that money from somewhere.
And so they just put
think the stupidest names that nobody would even look at.
That's true.
But then now somebody's coming and looking at them, and that's the problem.
Then maybe they'll just be honest about it, and they'll be like, "Yeah, this is for the UFOs." That's the one thing that I am a little irritated with Donald Trump about. Is he said he was going to disclose what those drones were.
Drones are, yeah.
And he hasn't yet.
He hasn't done it.
So it's like, I mean, I know he's been busy, but it's like, come on, I need to know. You know, I want to know.
The people need to know.
Exactly. Like, because I mean, we're still seeing them, and they're in like almost every big city.
Yeah.
But, you know, so yeah. But yeah, I do believe that maybe the disclosure is just coming, and maybe when they're done clearing that out, they'll be like, well, this is a program that's been going on, and they'll just be open and honest about it. You know? Yeah, because I agree. That's
exactly.
Probably where a lot of it's going.
Have this young lady wearing clown makeup who thinks if you don't want biological men in women's spaces, you are a transphobe. Roll it.
If you don't like transgender people, you are boring and you don't like fun. It's that simple. There's plenty of other things I could say about transphobes, but definitely the number one is like, you just don't like fun or expressing yourself or being yourself, probably, because apparently you need to be in charge of what everyone else is doing with themselves. It sounds like a really boring existence. You should be way occupied with being yourself and doing what you want to do rather than worrying about everybody else. Just, ew.
You look ridiculous.
Next up, we have this lovely lady who thinks that because Trump is getting rid of DEI in the federal government, and a lot of companies are following his lead, that you can now freely discriminate against anyone you want when it comes to hiring people for jobs. Roll it.
Since the DEI has been dismantled and we can now discriminate upon other people based on race, gender, and sexual orientation, I'm here to let you know this. After no consideration, I'm here to let you know that I have denied everyone's application to mind Black people's business. Y'all are not qualified, y'all are not experienced enough, and we do not want to sit next to you. So how about this? Go put in applications with your own. Good luck on your future endeavors, but your application is denied.
That's just self-centered and racist. You need to shut the f up.
Hey, where are the white women at?
You guys, real quick, before we go any further, I want to give a huge shout out to the sponsor of today's video. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to let this loop on the screen. Now, I will unmute this in just 1 minute so you can all hear the interesting noises this fellow with the cat ears is making. Anyway, today's video is being brought to us by Busy Bee. Busy Bee, thank you so much for sponsoring today's video. I really appreciate the kind words and support. Now, if you'd like to sponsor the next video and help support the channel, there is a PayPal link in the description box below, and I will say your full name as a sponsor of said video unless stated otherwise by you. All right, I think we've seen enough of this fella for one day. Get this off the screen, please. Oof.
He's got a forehead like a drive-in movie theater.
All right, next up we have Ashley, who identifies as a black trans lesbian. Now, I think Ashley is like that fella Josh Sider we used to see on here who was just trolling everyone. I think Ashley's just a troll, but these days you never know. Roll it.
So my baby took me to Wendy's and fed her twins that are growing in my body. That's right. My baby went and spoiled me and took me to Wendy's to feed the babies that are in my body. That's right. I am going on 6 weeks pregnant, guys. 6 weeks pregnant. I'm so can't wait for this 9 months to be over with. That way we can have our life and build a family like we're supposed to, because we are amazing. Well, I'm 6 weeks, and I can't wait for this babies to come out. Yeah, they're twins, by the way, and we decided we're gonna name them Alpha and Delta. So, yeah. So now we're just sitting here enjoying the rest of the evening and spending time together like any normal couple, because that's the way you're supposed to be.
He was a retard.
All right, next up we have this individual who is going to explain to us what trigender is. Now, this clip is kind of sad because this person is obviously greased on some kind of medication. Roll it.
And we're going to talk about the trigender gender identity. The trigender gender identity is one where the prefix pretty much says it all. Tri meaning three. So basically, trigender people are those who have three gender identities. The most common combination would be male, female, and genderless, but that doesn't always have to be the only combination. Well, all right, thank you for watching. So next video, I'm going to discuss a more or less common known gender identity. And this one is called Hydra. So stay tuned.
Last year when we released the Cuddle Blanket, we were really excited about the product, but had our expectations completely surpassed when it sold out.
What does any of that mean? Honestly, we don't know.
All right, guys, we're going to be wrapping it up with this clip of the Cackling Hens on the View talking about the Super Bowl and race because, well, race hustlers going to race hustle. Anyway, things are clearly getting very crazy out there, guys, so please take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Till next time, love you guys. Peace. Roll it.
Yes. What about you, Anna? Okay, well, I don't do sports. I don't do football, so I wasn't watching the game. But listen, I think today Donald Trump is going to sign an executive order banning black people from halftime. Because you remember last week we were talking about whether the NFL was capitulating to Trump by removing the term end racism from the end zone. Yeah. Boy, did they not capitulate to Trump. When I saw Samuel L. Jackson dressed as a black Uncle Sam introducing Kendrick Lamar, who then had like an entire formation of all black people making a U.S. flag. Listen, this much I know. All the black people on my feed were like, ooh, this is blackity black black. And all the racists who somehow get in, man, were they hopping mad. So if the racists are mad, I am happy as a clam. A huge celebration of New Orleans, and you can't celebrate New Orleans without celebrating black culture. Yeah. Welcome to Black History Month, you all.
What did you say? What the did you just say?
But listen, I think today Donald Trump is going to sign an executive order banning black people from halftime.
You see that? That's a stupid bitch.
2, 10, 12, 15. Whoop, stepping on them. It's black. Anyway.
All right, now that we are and thank you, Sancho. We enjoyed you being here too. But now we are on to Sim Saber. It's awesome guy that we've been able to watch grow.
He has been having so much trouble with his stuff being
Yeah.
taken down lately. And he was denied his plaque.
Yeah, he was denied it, but he just keep fighting.
Keep applying for it. He has to wait like 3 months or something
Yeah.
before he can apply again. And it's like anybody who speaks the truth or like talks against women or whatever, it's like they're just like shadow banned. You know, it's like they do everything they can. And even some of our videos have been taken down or
I know.
buried, Like,
Yes.
you used to have a pretty consistent following of like 20 people, and then you got striked like months ago,
I know.
and it's never recovered.
No.
You know? It's like it's crazy. And a lot of these shorts that I do for you that are like recaps of this stuff, you don't get any views.
See?
It's stupid. It's like as we speak the truth, what happens?
I know. And hopefully our world gets a little bit better since we got Trump in office and
It's been a little more sane, a little less.
I know we got things calming down.
Yeah.
You don't have such nonsense in this world.
I'm sure that there's always going to be some wokey
Oh,
complaint
yeah.
somewhere, so we should have plenty to cover. But even if we don't,
we'll have other content.
There's
We'll
other stuff
always
to talk
find
about.
other stuff to cover.
Exactly. So
Not a big issue.
we're not going anywhere.
No.
We enjoy doing this. Like I said, we used to do this like at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Long Walker would come home from work, and we just kind of sit here and start going through videos, and we were like, we'd always have something to say about it, always talking about it. And then we're like, why don't we like
Do something.
go live with that? That way,
Yeah.
because we always have like these great, profound things we talk about, but then I never remember later. So I'm like, just go live, It's just like record it. I couldn't record it because I never have any space to record. So it's like just go live and see what happens, And we got our own little like podcast thing,
I know.
So,
Yeah, for sure.
pretty cool.
Hey, Sancho. Hey, you guys want to tune into Honey Badger's live streams? I feel like you guys like them and they have the live streams. Insight, wisdom, and intelligence.
Yeah, we'll check that out.
Yeah, we'll check them out. We'll see what's up. I don't mind checking out other people's and.
I'm gonna go right to. I'm gonna investigate the channel right now.
All right,
That would be
let's
great.
get on with Sim Saber then. This will be our final one tonight. It's already at an hour and 13 minutes, even though like some of that's commercials.
I know.
Sorry? Whoa, what did you just call me? Oh, sorry, can I have this lady arrested? She just called me I've got it on video. Can you arrest her? A public order just called me a pedophile. You just called me a no. Sorry, can you take her away? Sorry, can you take her? You can't call people that. You cannot call people that. You can't call people that. Yeah, you can't call people that. No. Yeah, I've got it on video. Yeah, I've got it on video, her saying it right to my face. So it's a public order offense. I hope she gets arrested. I don't know what happened there.
You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
You know what, guys? This video might have made my day. It was hilarious how she was saying the things she was saying and then instantly regretted it. And she was actually held accountable for her actions. Ain't that a rare sight? And the insult she called him is actually like a UK phrase. So for those who don't know what it means, just go ahead and Google it, trust me. But I hope you enjoyed this long 40-minute video, guys. It took me a while to make. I lost a few brain cells in the process. So if you're new, maybe subscribe, like the video, and let's get on with it.
It's the day before the election, and I just want to come out here and remind everyone I've lost all hope in the American people. That no matter who you voted for, no matter the outcome, I can't do this anymore. The election results are not an excuse to be violent. If you didn't vote, unfollow me and block me. Even if the results are not what you wanted, stay calm. What is wrong with you? What has happened to Frida? Done. And worry about something different. I'm literally sick. I'm literally sick to my stomach.
We don't care. Let me tell you. We don't care.
I know the election's already happened, boys, but some of these clips are just too funny to pass on by.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how weird are conservatives?
11.
11. What's the weirdest thing about them?
They're oddly obsessed with children's genitalia, so that would be a top one on the list for me.
Coolest thing about conservatives?
They are unafraid to be wrong.
What do you mean by that?
Illegal immigration is a farce.
What do you call it? What do you call it? Undocumented
government. It's an imaginary line.
I dare you to cross the Canada-United States line.
White man, how dare you? How dare you?
That was kind of racist.
White man too. But you know what I'm doing?
You just called me a privileged white man.
You cannot be racist to white people because white people are the dominant race in this country. Full stop.
You are calling me privileged when you don't know anything about me. I could have grown up in Section 8 housing.
This is privilege.
Okay, all right. Tell me this. Tell me this. Tell me this. Tell me this. Tell me this.
Privilege.
Stop it. Get some help.
Why is it all these people saying this shit look the same? It's like copy and paste, isn't it? That guy needs to exchange those blue hoop earrings for some brain cells, mate.
How many times bigger is it than Earth? Like
the moon.
Sorry?
Yeah.
No, not bigger.
Yeah, it is.
The moon. Nah.
You just said you're so into it and you don't know that the moon's bigger than Earth.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
I don't think it is.
It is. The moon is bigger than Earth. Surely it has to be, because when you're looking at the moon from Earth, it's huge, but like, it's so far away from us.
The hospital called. Your test results came back positive. You're a stage 5 dumbass.
I can't pee in 4% of America right now. So
you can't pee in 4% of America.
In 4% of America, it is illegal for me to use the men's restroom in government buildings.
So because of the biology bill that they just passed.
Yes, because I am biologically female, I cannot use the men's restroom in Florida or Utah.
Could have fooled me.
What would you say to people who would say, well, just use the family restroom or a gender neutral restroom if it's available? Like, what would your thoughts on that be?
What am I supposed to do if there isn't a gender neutral restroom available? Am I supposed to just hold it? Or am I supposed to just wet my pants? Literally, there's no point to it other than to keep trans people out of the spaces they belong in, because, you know, they use the excuse of like, oh, how are you going to know if it's someone claiming to be a woman just to get into the women's restroom? And it's like, those people are going to be doing things in the restroom that are going to set off red flags. You don't need an additional law on top of that to keep trans women out.
Guys, I'm going to say it again. Why? I feel like I'm watching the same person. Every time I watch these clips, I feel like I'm looking at the same person here.
There are more than 2 genders.
Here we go.
Select fit type, male or female.
Introducing Remarkable Paper Pro, the ultimate paper tablet. With an all-new canvas color display, unmatched.
Ma'am, can you stop? Can you stop doing that? Can you stop doing that? Stop being intolerant. Stop being intolerant, man. You're being very intolerant, man. Man, you're being very intolerant. Man, you're being very intolerant.
I've had enough.
Man, you're being very intolerant.
Then just walk away, ma'am. Walk away then. Walk away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop.
Walk away.
You're being very intolerant, man.
Had enough of it.
Then just walk away.
Why are you're gonna hurt somebody because you're tired of, you know, man, you're very bigoted, man. Get away from me. Yeah.
Okay.
So these people, because I guess since they think that they're like right fighters and everything, that they're above the law. Because like, how many times have we seen Nicholas's stuff get messed with?
Oh, I know.
Either broken, stolen, whatever.
And they think it's okay to do that.
Bo was doing it.
Yeah.
I saw another one the other day where somebody was trying to pray with their boyfriend, and she kept coming back around and like trying to push over his stuff.
Yes.
and break it and everything. And it's like, and you go and tell the cops, and the cops are like, Well, just have somebody stand next to it.
Yeah.
Well, there is somebody standing next to it. But you can't put your hands on those people because then you're gonna get in trouble. What are you supposed to do?
Exactly.
You know, it's like and the cops don't want to get involved.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. But yeah, they literally think that they're like above the law.
Oh, they do.
And I mean, take the signs, people taking people's signs and stuff and
Yes.
ripping them up, and it's like crazy, crazy stuff.
The world we
But
live in has changed.
I know.
Speaking of privilege, a lot of Mexican people, I know, actually say that black people are the most privileged. Even my best friend, who is now, says so too.
Yeah, it was interesting because they said that, like I was trying to say, the ginger back a couple videos ago. I was trying to say that, that the white people can't be, I mean, white people are like the dominant one in society. And I'm like, does that mean by numbers? Does that mean by workforce?
Well, yeah, there's a lot of different factors.
How are you defining the
Yes.
dominance in the society? Because I don't feel that way.
No.
Like I don't really know the statistics, but it seems like there are more black scholarship programs.
Yep.
There's more black colleges. There's black only spaces. It's
Oh
like,
my God, yeah, there are.
so I'm not seeing that the white people are the dominant ones in society.
Yeah.
I don't know. And, they're always like, okay, we were talking about this just a couple of days ago. They're always talking about how they're like rallying for Palestinians and everything, right?
Yes.
Palestinians are white.
Yeah.
By statistic, they are white. I mean, and they always say, "Oh, Jesus wasn't a white guy." Actually, he was. At least since 1941, all Arab nation people are considered to be white.
They
Jewish people are considered to be white. It doesn't seem to matter that their skin color is a nice coppery brown. They're considered to be white.
Yes.
So, where does white privilege end then? Does it end there? The Palestinians.
But for a lot of them, they won't claim the whiteness, and it's a whole different thing. It's like, well, we're the minority. Well, we're the
right. And
but that's
like,
just not
but
the case
that's not
because
true.
by standards they are white.
They are white. They're classified as white. Like at least I guess since 1941, the census has labeled them
Yes.
as white. So it's like, okay, so when you say white privilege, you're including them. So why are you rallying for their rights?
Exactly.
They don't want to talk about that though. They don't want facts.
Nope.
And like what was it Ben saying? Facts don't care about your feelings. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. That's right. He said, I don't care if Jesus is white or not. He's still in my heart, even though I'm a fiend.
Yep,
Exactly. I mean,
he's not the one above it, but he said too. Right?
Oh yes, that's awesome. You're awesome too. Thank you.
Yes. But it's exactly that.
But they always say that they're like, oh well, Jesus wasn't white, or he is white, or he is. It's like, well, does it matter? The word is the way, and the word is what matters. And it's like, why are you getting all hung up on what race is and everything? It's like
Exactly.
And like I said, where does the white privilege end?
Yeah, I mean that depends on the person.
Exactly.
That's what it comes down to. All right.
They're bigoted. This is why you have to ask on the cross for people like that. People are so bigoted, my friends. You can't even act normally with at least decent decorum around people who disagree.
It's always the usual suspects, isn't it? Anything that doesn't align with their ideology, they don't want to hear it, and they're just aggressive, violent. The list goes on. Why not just walk on and carry on with your day? We all do it. If we hear or see stuff we don't like, it's part of life. You can't go through life expecting everything to be what you want or you like.
I'm also a part of marginalized groups that have been historically oppressed, and it's like, keep on raising awareness and like slaying. Like, I hope that like we reach more equity soon.
We actually have a equity commitment form. You can actually give up your spot at university for a member of the Tongva tribe. Is this something that you'd be willing to do for this underrepresented, underprivileged community?
Honestly, no, but I hope somebody else does. That's great.
Not currently. I would need to think about it more.
I personally don't view myself as privileged. I don't think I would be willing to give up my spot at UCLA. I think that my ethnicity's representation is also important. I'm a Black student.
Who should we find to give up their spot?
That's a tough question. Anybody that is willing and feels that they're represented in the right way here.
You know what I mean? I can't make a split-second decision.
These are the people that point the finger at other people, and they don't want the responsibility, but they'll shout and bark about it, but they don't want to take the responsibility themselves. They want someone else to deal with it. They're the same as the people who say, you know, we should have open borders and have illegal immigrants, but they don't want to house them or take care of them. They want someone else to put up with it.
But I love the fact that, you know, Manny is younger, and it's very helpful that he's handy. And when we travel, I'm not picking up any bags. He's the one that's hefting them overhead. He throws the garbage out. He does the heavy stuff.
Well, right, Sonny, but plenty of times, every single one of you on this show has slammed men and called them misogynists for saying that they prefer women who clean, cook, and take care of the children. Yet now you just praised some of men's duties, like picking up your bags and taking out the trash. So to me, it sounds like you have no issues with gender roles when it benefits you.
Damn.
The structure motorized pergola system is reinventing the way homeowners experience the outdoors. The most versatile, modern, useful outdoor patio.
Got him. We fucking got him.
Are all white people racist?
Well, before I answer that, I would say it depends on what that means to you. If being racist means conscious, intentional dislike.
All right, I'm sorry. It's like, there they go with that again. It depends on what that means to you.
Right.
No, there is a solid surface for what there is.
Right.
There's not what you think of it. There's not what somebody else thinks of it. I mean, there is.
It's like,
but there's
right,
also a solid
nuance.
middle core.
Yeah, they call it nuances, and that's what everybody's perception is it from their own. But yeah, there's very hard definitions. Like the common question, what is a woman?
Yes.
You know, I don't know if that's what this is about, but it's the same
Are
principle.
all white people racist? I just said it depends on what you mean by that.
But it's like racism is inherent in all of nature.
Yes.
Because I mean, there's something deeply embedded in each animal's core that says if it looks different than me, it could be a threat. Doesn't mean that you can't overcome that with a higher level of thinking or whatever. But racism exists across the board.
Yes.
You know,
and I mean, like you said, from different species, it means different things.
Right.
If a bird sees a giant shadow coming over it, it's going to get concerned.
But
that's bigger than me. That could be faster.
We've got cats, and cats all pretty much inherently look the same. But
Yeah.
if you have one set of tigers that has a certain set of stripes within its family, and it encounters another set of tigers, same species, but they have different spots, they know they're not from their pride. I think I don't know what a group. I'm not sure what a group. You know, I think it's actually cheetahs. I'm thinking of. They're cautious. You know, they're like, there's something in their mind that says that this could be a threat to me.
Yes.
It doesn't mean that it is, and it doesn't mean that, again, they don't get over it, but and racism is inherently within all creatures, right?
Yes.
But it's like higher levels of thinking bring you to different conclusions. You handle it differently, you know, than an animal would. And it's like, are all white people racist? It's like, no. No, I don't think that all white people are racist, you know, but at the core, like I said, every human has a touch of racism within them. You
Exactly.
know, it's like there's nothing to be ashamed of. It's just a survival instinct. It's deeply embedded.
For survival.
Right. And yeah, that's fine. You get over it, you know. But it's just like, you know, the what is a woman thing, and it's like, oh, a woman is somebody who identifies as a woman, or a woman
Well,
is somebody who feels
do you think you're a woman?
right.
So
It's like-
okay, so I'm a woman because I think I am.
and it's like
I have got a giant thing,
right,
and I could be a woman.
right. If you feel like it,
Yeah.
if you feel like it, and it's like, no, dude, there are just certain things that are the way that they are for a reason, you know.
He's doing that with his other hands. And
But-
you self-censor it. The gear attack.
Yeah. Yeah. can send it on here. It's fine.
Yeah. Okay, he said something else too. Smart. Not get rid of racism. Even since and most identifying.
Yeah, it's just a core. It's a core thing, you know, and it's like you can rise above that. Just like, you know, like how perhaps we're not meant to be monogamous. Maybe we are supposed to sleep with a bunch of other people, but you rise above that. We have a pineal gland that's well developed that lets us know that monogamy is actually safer and there's more security within it, you know, and so you can rise above those.
Well, okay,
push
and
aside.
there's different things. Spiritually, you are not supposed to be with more than one person.
Well, yeah, and that's
it's been proven.
and that's
There's
backed up by science too.
of
That's
it.
how you minimize illegitimate children, weaker children, and like less disease.
But I mean, as far as a more animalistic side, maybe.
Right, at the core,
but
right.
not spiritually.
Right, and so it's kind of the same thing with racism. It's like maybe at the core we're all racist.
Yeah.
But you rise above. You rise above that. You set that aside, and you think at a higher level. You know, it's like it doesn't have to be that way.
It doesn't.
I know. We're almost done.
Dislike and meanness, then no. Are all white people, have we all internalized racist ideology? Yes. Do we move through the world with a racialized experience that benefits us within a system of inequality? Yes.
Chapter 2 of your book is called Why It's Okay to Generalize About White People. One of the things that white people will often say is, well, you can't say that about all white people. Robin, you can't say all white people have internalized anything. You can't say that all white people do this or all white people feel like that. And they would say even that the very claim that all white people do anything is itself racist.
And that's why it's chapter 2. It was clear to me after White Majority that I had to take that on right away. So first of all, I'm a sociologist, and I'm quite comfortable generalizing about a group of people and describing patterns that are observable and well documented. And that is what I'm talking about, are patterns. There are exceptions to every pattern, but I want us to try to look at the rule rather than the exception.
I beg your pardon? The thing is with these, they always fail to state facts. You know, these people say that everyone's racist and all white people are racist, or you can't be racist to white people and all that nonsense. And they're asked to speak on those facts or define what they're saying, and they never do. They never do. They just go around in circles. These are the people we need to keep our kids away from, man, because no one's born racist. No one is. Kids don't give a shit what color someone is. Black, yellow, green, white, purple, whatever. We don't care about that shit. It's these people that try and feed these people with these crazy ideologies and delusions.
If you're not at the table, you're on the menu. So Gen Z, let's take our seat in our democracy.
I think we know that.
If I were to ask Vice President Harris a question, I think I would ask her, how soon do you think we can get the Equality Act passed?
How about Donald Trump?
I would ask him, do you see me as a human?
What?
You're a victim.
Here we go, CSI.
I am fulfilling my dreams and becoming a pregnant dad. In the beginning, I had a few complications. She's been growing and she's healthy, and I haven't had any complications since then. It's been very good with the support of the doctors. I haven't had any bad experiences with me going to the doctor. Didn't know I'm transgender and carrying my own child.
He's gonna be a wonder dad. I just know that this is gonna be a good thing for the family. You've been good with everybody else's kid. We got to see what you do with your own.
I want to give my child a great childhood. She will always have me. I will always be there. My responsibility will always to be take care of her.
Well, I'm out, guys. If this is what's cool now, I think I'm done. I no longer have any connection to this world. Goodbye, friends.
At age 10, I started to learn how to hide behind this Bible. And the reason is because I discovered deep, dark adult content.
What's up, everyone? I'm Billboard Chris. It's New Year's Eve. I'm out on the streets of Vancouver, BC, having one conversation at a time about the greatest child scandal in the history of modern medicine. 2025 is going to be a fantastic year, and possibly the best day of the year is going to be September 13th. I'm going to be in London, England, joining Tommy Robinson, who should be out of prison and out of solitary confinement by then, where he's been locked up for using his voice.
Crazy.
And we're going to have a rally for freedom of speech, because what's going on in the United Kingdom is totally out of control.
Yep,
September 13th, pencil it into your calendar. Join us.
There's people getting locked up over Facebook posts in the UK. Think about that. Crazy.
I'm sorry, what's your problem? Why do you want to see these kids, man? Yeah. No, you don't. Too bad. You don't get a choice.
I don't get a choice.
Back up.
What a weirdo. Where is he? Is he gone? Man, this is making me motion sick.
Like I said, kill yourself.
Wow.
You want to fucking kill me?
What is this guy on?
I'm not playing around.
I'm not playing either.
You're playing with other people's lives, though, okay?
I'm going to keep having these conversations, and I don't care how many motherfuckers like you try to stop me with your fucking violence.
You're a tough guy.
Doesn't matter to me.
Proud of yourself, huh?
Fucking going.
Proud of yourself, huh?
All right, I just stop it and just say something. I mean, that is estrogen in a guy at his finest. I mean, that guy, it's just, he's going psycho. It's like a woman on her period.
Yeah. It's like femininity worn on a man is chaotic.
Terrible. Yes.
And then, masculinity, like toxic masculinity worn on a woman is usually chaotic and aggressive. And
yeah,
it's like the polar opposite of what those natural things are.
Exactly.
You
Because I mean, a lot of people would be like, "Oh, that's just his hormones. That's just testosterone."
It's not
ramped up, but it's not. See, the balance of it all is what makes a man.
Right.
Being able to live in the middle and protecting your family, but not jumping over that.
Right, and it's like just being controlled in those situations, being stoic in those situations. It's like, you can put somebody on the ground if they come at you, but like to jump out and go out of your way and be loud and obnoxious and like put your hands on people for no reason, that's like seriously not masculine.
No, it's not
at all. Try Miyako did the Loon Monastery. I'll send a link.
Yeah, I think it's Miyako did the Loon Monastery.
I'll send a link here.
And also, Sencho, give me your Minecraft ID tag here too, and we have a realm up right now. I'll invite you to it after we get done here.
I got a weapon too. Fuck you, huh?
It's all evidence right here. It's all evidence. What a weirdo.
That was fun.
It's a scary thing that people like this are out there in society. You can only imagine if these people are in positions of power. That sign he's holding up. What human with any common decency or logic would disagree with it? How could you disagree with that? It's scary, man, that there's people out there who do.
listen to white people that say that racism isn't a problem anymore, just like I don't listen to men who say that misogyny is no longer a problem. We as white people don't have the lived experience to declare racism is dead. White people can listen to the lived experiences of those who have been affected by racism and learn that, unfortunately, it isn't dead. Know what we don't know, but we can learn.
This woman is wearing a jumper which says, I made a difference. I think she should change it to, I made myself look like a donut.
Mansplaining is when a woman says something, she's articulated herself well, it was understood, but then you come and you basically say what she said just with a bit more fucking bass in your voice because you're a man. Like, you're basically just repeating.
So what you're saying is, so what you're saying is, wait,
Don't touch me.
So what you're saying is, if
No, she didn't mansplain. No, she didn't. You womansplained because he.
No such thing.
Oh,
there you go.
Come on.
It's like you people are now trying to say reverse oppression. Like, grow up, bro.
Oh my God.
So
this girl, man.
You know, all
Come on, fight me.
What she said is, you know, if she had more bass in her voice, people would listen. So get more bass in your voice, bro. It's all of that.
What an idiot. Oh, what a loser.
I'll tell you, if you live your life like this woman, you're going to live an unhappy life because living with that victim mentality and all that bullshit she's talking about, yeah, that's a miserable life.
I would like to talk very quick about something that annoys me, and I'm going to call it thin-splaining. I just kind of, it's the idea that fat people like have no idea how to.
Guys, thin-splaining. What the hell is going on?
Be thin, and that's why we're fat. So people, or like that we just don't understand health, and that's why we are the way that we are. So they want to add their tips, saying that it's not appropriate to talk to your loved ones about their body or their weight gain or loss. And some people are like, what if I want to talk to my partner about it because health risks run in their family? It's their family. Who told you about the health risks? Do you think they don't know? Why do you need to talk to them about it? I made a video where I said you can decline getting your weight taken at the doctor's office. And so many people jumped in to say, unless you have anesthesia, unless you're getting a prescription for medication, unless it's this, unless it's that. And I'm like, fat people know when it's medically necessary. Stop. I made a video saying that there are no diseases exclusive to fat people, which there are absolutely.
This is insane because she just said that fat people know when it's medically necessary to give their weight. For a fat person, it is always medically necessary to give your weight. Your weight determines your health and everything that goes along with it.
We're just talking about, like, we're not talking about people that are a little chubbier, a little heavier.
No.
We're talking about people that are very clearly obese.
Yes.
And they're like, no, but the doctor doesn't have any right to see how heavy I am, you know, and they like, dude, you need to know these things.
Okay,
you know?
according to, hopefully I don't get in trouble for even saying the name, Dr. Phil. Anyway, according to what we've heard from him, it is now 1 in every 4 children are diabetic.
That's insane.
It used to be like 1 in like 30.
Oh my gosh, right.
If that.
Right.
Now all of a sudden we're going to every 1 in 4 in our country. This is getting ridiculous.
Yeah, for sure.
Fast food has ruined so many people, and it's like the fast food that I eat anymore.
It doesn't even
taste good anymore.
No.
We stopped eating it. It's like, what the hell is this stuff? I don't get it.
No.
Absolutely not. And people want to say, it can actually be a risk factor for other diseases. Like we don't already know. People have literally been saying this shit to me since I was 7 years old. I know. I don't need your helpful input.
We live in this weird time where people who are unhealthy have this like agenda against people who are healthy. Finsplaining. We've heard it all, fellas, haven't we? We really have. What a load of BS. Your diet is one of the most important things, if not the most important thing regarding your health. it doesn't matter what you think up here about your diet. Your body will show and tell you how shit or good your diet is. That's a fact. And if anything, if you've got friends and family which are trying to steer you in the direction of being healthy, going to the gym, cleaning your diet up, whatever, isn't that a good thing? Those people who are forcing fast food down your neck 24/7 when you're trying to improve your health, those are the people you want to stay away from. I don't get it.
What's your red flag for a guy? Kind of diets they're on? Do you mind if I ask what type of food you usually eat?
Actually, I eat anything I want.
Wow, you look great. Do you mind if I ask how old you are?
A men's activist.
Oh, you should not have said that.
Do you know that men die younger than women?
I mean, if this conversation goes on longer, I'm gonna myself. What did he say about men's rights that you didn't like?
Okay, well, like I said, again, women live longer than men. And again, that's a problem. I'm like, women live longer than men because men over. Like, this is not a
I'm not an attorney, but it feels like you lost this case. She's so sick.
Women rely on a whole group of people. Men only rely on like their wives and business.
Next! Men do work more dangerous jobs.
Yeah.
That's a real thing. More men commit. More men are encouraging men. If you don't sit down right now, I swear to God. Oh my God. I love how you men don't have a hard life and you make your life miserable.
Yeah. Shout out to Matt Rife. He's a comedian. Most of you probably know who he is. And yeah, his opinion is pretty much the same as ours on a lot of these things. And the sad thing is, he's been like almost cancelled many times. He's had shows cancelled because of him saying things like this. He stands up for us, on stage when people come at him for like feminism and all this bullshit. He doesn't back down to it, and loads of feminists are trying to cancel him for that. So shout out to Matt Rife. Got to make sure you're getting a good angle when you're having a meltdown.
What the fuck?
I don't get these meltdown videos, like the Selena Gomez one we just saw. For those who go through upsetting times when a meltdown happens, the last thing you are thinking about is your phone, recording a video, social media, right? These people start to, they'll be like, oh shit, where's my phone? Quick, right. Get the phone. I look all right. Yeah, right. Start crying. That's how they do it. I ain't buying it. I ain't buying it. When I look up his salary and it's under 400K, what? Damn, he got her.
Gotcha.
I'm a fat, and I'd like you to spend my day off with me. I move this crap out of the way, and then I sit on the toilet, and I let my boyfriend message my
Whoa!
phone. Then I played with my markers. I'm currently drawing myself as a whale. I think it's cute. We decided to take one of our cats on a walk because Dale said she didn't want to go. This is a very happy kitty. She jumped in here voluntarily. We walked to the picnic table because I'm breaking about a 17-hour fast with this delicious Cheats OMAD.
Hey, out of all the things, if she did fast for 17 hours, I'm a fan of myself, so she's moving in the right direction.
My boyfriend got cheese fries with bacon. I got cheese fries with no bacon because #moderation.
I'll take back what I said. Damn.
I had 69% of this burrito, which had onion.
Why are you eating the burrito like that? I can't. Why are you eating it like that? Wait, is that normal? Because to me, nah, man, I can't deal with that. Nope.
Chili, cheese, grilled chicken, steak, rice, and beans. It was awesome. I ate all but 5 French fries. Tried this 3-cheese mac and cheese.
Breaking your fast with a massive burrito, fries.
I know it looks dank, but looks can be deceiving. For example, I look skinny, but I'm actually a fat. For dessert, I treated myself to 1.5
We're
tacos.
still going.
They just have beef, cheese, and jalapenos. The jalapenos were really spicy, but very good. Cheats calories confused me. I think it's under my TDE, which is 2,700. Correct me if I'm wrong. The walk home was beautiful. I got a Mountain Dew from the gas station. This doesn't break my OMAD. This is a drink, not a food. I stayed up till 4 a.m. coloring and scrapbooking. It was the best day ever.
No, hell no, hell no.
This video is just disaster, absolute chaos. Look, I get it. If she is fasting, she's trying to do it, great. But that whole fast you did was thrown out the window by what you ate at the end of it. And I'm talking from experience. I fast quite a lot. And I know at the end when you're starving, you haven't eaten for ages. Sometimes I'll do a 24-hour fast, 25, whatever. And I would love to eat a burger, pizza, those things. But you're just throwing away all that hard work you just did. This is chaos, man. Is he cutting it down? Or he's picking it up? Okay, he's trying to take it down.
He's like, I wanted you to say it so you wouldn't get hacked. And I'm like, nobody watches our streamers right now, so I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah, and we'll find him.
Yeah.
We'll hunt him down. I've done it before.
Yeah, and I can change. I'll change it.
Yeah, we can change everything up.
I'm not too worried about it.
All right, I'm gonna end this stream here because the computer's dying and stuff like that, and we're already at 1:51. So, thank you everybody. And hold on, I got to get to the right thing. I have to do our
special thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sancho, for joining us. It's always awesome. It's fun.
What if?
He gives us our Latino insight, to what's going on out there in that demographic. It's cool.
There we go. Now it's going. There we go. Let that run through. And so we're usually on realms like between 8 to 9:30 at night. Like pretty much every night.
I know LongWalker has a realm as well. I'll have to get that code. I don't know if there's
Yeah.
anything's happening with it right now. It's a hardcore world, I think, right now.
Yeah.
So,
This one's kind of a really fun Egyptian world.
yeah, we just restarted it,
Yeah.
so that's pretty cool. So, historically accurate.
Yep.
Pretty neat.
Thank you, Sancho, for joining us again. And we'll be back Friday. Hopefully, we'll have the YouTube thingy fixed. So I'm still waiting on the email. So, I mean, they said it could take 24 hours for the first one doing it. So, we'll see. But we'll be back Friday. Regardless, we'll be here. We'll do something, discussion, whatever. Hope that you come back, Sancho, again. And take it easy, everyone. Namaste.
Okay.
We
Have
are
a good night.
out of here. Good night.